over the sperm of others. Whole suite of, now that's a big area of.
Well, what other elements make up cryptic choice? You described orgasm. What else?
My first discovery was in some insects called scorpion flies. And what the females do there is they adjust mating duration, and hence the amount of ejaculate that the male transfers. There's no orgasm in these insects, but the longer the male can mate, the bigger the more sperm he transfers to the female. So females are adjusting ejaculate duration on the basis of body size of the male. So, and bigger males are more fit males and so forth, better growth and more resources growing up. They're higher quality males. The females are receiving more sperm from bigger males. That's one thing I did with these insects. Another was the female, after she mates with a male, makes a choice of whether to lay eggs or not. If she chooses to lay eggs, then she will fertilize, we know from other research I've done, she will fertilize those eggs with the last male sperm she mated with. So if she makes the decision to lay eggs, she's going to use that last male sperm. And large males, again, are preferred in that component of cryptic female choice. So cryptically, these female scorpion flies are preferring large-bodied males by both receiving more sperm from them and making decisions to lay eggs with them and not other males. So those kind of subtle things that females do that aren't apparent if you're just measuring classical males mating success, you know.
If you guys have been listening to the podcast for a while, you know that my dad and I have had regular NAD infusions. The lengthy process of being hooked to an IV for 8 hours was horrible. Seriously, NAD infusions suck. Kind of painful in a way, and they're expensive, but the benefits are intense. Basis by the company Elysium is a perfect way to save the time of infusions and the cost and still get the benefits of NAD. Basis works by increasing your NAD levels and activates something known as sirtuins, or our longevity genes, which scientists say optimize the way we age. NAD plays a key role in helping your brain cells age well. Within brain cells, NAD helps control the production of PGC1 alpha, a protein that appears to help protect cells against oxidative stress and impaired mitochondrial function. Basis also works on biological factors such as enhancing mitochondrial function and aids in improving DNA repair. Overall, it's super easy. Just take 2 capsules a day to promote healthy aging. Listeners can get $45 off of a prepaid subscription to Basis by visiting trybasis.com/Jordan and using the promo code JBPBasis. That's trybasis.com/Jordan, promo code JBPBasis. It's a great deal on such a groundbreaking supplement. This episode was brought to you by Magic Spoon. I don't eat cereal, I eat meat. However, most people aren't anything like me in many ways. Most people like cereal. I used to love cereal. I would never advertise a normal cereal. Magic Spoon isn't normal. If you're not going to eat steak for breakfast, which you should, and you're going to eat cereal, please try Magic Spoon instead of the sugary poison you're eating. Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. There are only 140 calories in a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. They have cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. Apparently mixing cocoa with peanut butter tastes exactly like a peanut butter cup. Most of my keto nerd friends are obsessed with this cereal. If you're going to eat cereal, please try this one instead. Magic Spoon Keto Cereal. Go to magicspoon.com/JBP and use promo code JBP at checkout to save $5 off your order. It's magicspoon.com/JBP, code JBP to save $5 off.
And is symmetry in human beings, is it associated with longevity? Is it associated with decreased probability of disease in the future? Is it associated with higher general cognitive ability? Like, are there other factors that?
For cognitive ability, we did that research, and there have been 3 or 4 repetitions of our initial research. We did it on 200 subjects, similar age, so university students, the psych pool kind of study, and measured IQ. using a culture fair measure of IQ, culture fair procedure, and questionnaire, measured the IQ, and then measured the symmetry in it for both sexes. The higher the symmetry of the individual, the higher the IQ. So,
do you remember the size of the relationship by any chance?
That one was about 0.3. It's a moderate relationship for IQ. There's measurement error in measuring IQ. There's measurement error in measuring developmental stability as symmetry too. We measured 10, 11 traits. If we measured 50 traits, presumably we get a correlation of say 0.8 with IQ. You know what I mean? There's all that measurement.
Mm-hmm. And the IQ relationship would exist hypothetically because the healthier individual would be prone to a more favorable pattern of neurological development over the course of life history.
That's the idea, exactly. Some colleagues went on to look at some brain features in relation to developmental stability of the outer body. So they did imaging, brain imaging studies to look at certain brain parts. Some brain parts are bilaterally asymmetric by design. So one bigger on one side than corpus callosum. Well, the corpus callosum is a tube, that connects the two hemispheres. That's just a size factor, but you can measure the size of that circumference of the corpus callosum as they did. And the bigger the tube, the higher the body symmetry of the person, bigger the corpus callosum. They measured a couple of other brain parts too, and showing that so you can talk about a modal directionality for an asymmetric trait. So there's a mode, the most common degree of asymmetry in an asymmetric trait. So like handedness and so forth. 6 is, the average person or the modal person is 60% right, 40% left hand use. You can measure deviation from that as another measure of developmental instability. And that was the kind of thing they did with the brain parts, these asymmetric brain parts.
So that's deviation from averageness in a sense.
In a sense, yeah.
And modal, you also did work on averageness and attractiveness.
Did some stuff on the averageness, but we're really just to control it, because you can do average facial features, nose size, eye size, lip size, measurements of the face.
Right, and people have built composites of